Kate and Tony have a really interesting story, given that life has already put a lot of challenges in front of them, and very life-confronting challenges at that. So unlike a lot of people, they've confronted the end. That has made them think in remarkably different ways to how other people would be approaching investment and thinking forward. And you can see this in some of the decisions that they've actually taken. They have a really clear-cut case of anchoring bias, which is that they actually revert themselves straight back into doing something that they've done previously. They had a case of a home that was more expensive than they wanted it to be, downsold that very quickly, went on to invest in 2 more units, and have continued to go back into a cycle and a pattern that takes them back with a blinker. In other words, they're not really looking at the different ways perhaps that they could have actually approached this. Not addressing the anchoring bias means that you start to look at things in just one very clear-cut way. It's like starting to get tunnel vision. You're discarding alternatives, you're not even open to consideration of what other possibilities are actually out there. And that in and of itself is perhaps a little bit damaging, because there can be better ways. And anyone that takes major changes and then experiences that can go for the worst, but often it's way for the better. It's just having that leap of faith moment and the willingness to get outside of the box and do it differently. I think maybe the way in would be to use some of that past experience around investment and demonstrating through a bit of alternate models what other situations would have eventuated for them. So how else could they have stepped forward at the point that they sold down that house? What would that have actually looked like moving forward? As a financial planner, if you're trying to deal with a couple where one is just so cautious and considered with their money, that person's going to actually love the facts and the figures, be looking for the best long-term outcome. They're your easy sell. But your hard sell is someone like Kate, who understands the difference between what she would like now and she wants to live a bit further now. And that requires a lot more sense from getting in, digging deep and finding her reasons why she can be persuaded to leave some for later, but still achieve exactly what she wants to hit now. So the way I would handle it is to get onto her first, to take her forward on a journey that she's a bit interested, and then you can actually sell Tony on the very hard facts and figures to actually achieve the outcome that works for the couple. To me, the couple demonstrate through all of the investments that perhaps there is a desire to pass it forward. They don't necessarily state that explicitly in the case as they're talking, but it's clear that it's in their planning. So they're a case of getting the children into the conversation early, I think, is a good thing. Kate and Tony's case give you a really good example of how and the easy why for bringing children into a conversation, in that she was fighting cancer. She has been right to the end point, is still surviving, and that's wonderful. Her family would be very open to having very serious conversations about the what next, and it's a great, easy sell.